Removal. Step 1. Wheel removal. Start by removing the wheel's lug nuts. Once the lug nuts are removed, carefully take off the wheel. Removal. Step 2. Disconnecting the airline. Remove the debris shield located on the lower control arm. Remove the remaining air pressure from the front air spring. To deflate the air spring, carefully remove the air fitting from the bottom of the air spring. Removal. Step 3. Loosening the shock assembly. Loosen and remove the upper mounting plate bolts. Remove the lower shock bolt connecting the shock to the lower control arm. Disconnect the ride height sensor from the control arm. Loosen the lower control arm rear bolts. Removal. Step 4. Removing the shock assembly. Remove the lower control arm bolt. Remove the wheel speed sensor. With the upper mount dislodged, pull the air shock assembly down and out of the lower control arm. Install. Step 1. Reassembling the shock assembly. Begin by lubricating the shock O-ring. Remove the shock bolt. Remove the air sealing cap. Install the spring on the shock and replace the impact bolt. Apply a lubricant to the upper seal O-ring, then reinstall the seal cap and tighten. Rotate the air spring 90 degrees to the shock in order to engage the bottom seal. Install the air valve. Finally, extend the air spring seal to the bottom. Install. Step 2. Installing the shock assembly. Carefully replace the shock assembly up and into the lower control arm. Reconnect the upper mount to its mounting perch. Place and tighten the upper mounting plate bolts. Install. Step 3. Reconnecting the lower control arm. Replace the lower control arm bolt and tighten to manufacturer's specifications. Install. Step 4. Reconnecting sensors and tightening hardware. Tighten the rear control arm bolts. Reconnect the ride height sensor. Reconnect the wheel speed sensor. Install. Step 5. Tightening hardware. It may be necessary to use a jack when reinstalling the lower shock bolt connecting the shock to the lower control arm. Reinstall the lower shock bolt. Install. Step 6. Reconnecting the airline fitting. Carefully replace the airline fitting to the bottom of the air spring. This will allow the air spring to inflate. Finally, replace the debris shield. Install. Step 7. Installing the wheel. Reinstall the wheel and tighten all lug nuts to manufacturer's specifications. Installation completed. Congratulations!